At first I thought I was going to do like maybe a pet peeves video, but then I thought maybe that would be a bit too negative. Like I'd probably start off like talking about, oh, how it's so annoying when I don't know, like a small thing, but then I would get into like, and then I hate how catcalling is just so bothersome and disrespectful and disgusting, and then I would just get into a tangent about all these serious things, and then it would be a bit negative and maybe not as fun to watch. So maybe I'll do a list kind of video of things that I'm grateful for. I'm really grateful for, there's this whole thing, check your privilege, that's going around, which I totally love. And so I've been thinking a lot about that lately, and how I am so lucky that I have never had certain issues. Like I've never gone to a beach or gone to a swimming pool and felt like people would look at me because they were, grossed out by my body or anything, because I'm really thin. I mean, I can't imagine what it would be like if I wasn't had like a normal or acceptable body kind of thing at the swimming pool or at the beach or whatever. So that was one privilege that I thought of. And another thing I'm thankful for is, like, even though I live in the suburbs and basically everyone I know is kind of like middle class or upper middle class type of thing, and I've always felt like, oh, I'm never going to be able to be like that or have all those things that they have, and I've always felt like I was had less than them. But in reality, I have a lot more than so many other people. Like I'm actually very I'm like probably on the lower end of middle class. There's a lot of people who don't even have a lot of things that I do, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm grateful that I have a DSLR camera. I mean, that's pretty expensive, and I didn't buy it myself. I mean, I could never afford that, but that's something that a lot of people probably want, but they can't afford to get. I'm grateful for my sister. It's so good to have a sibling and like a best friend all in one. She made me this choker for my birthday. I turned 20 like 5 days ago or so. I'm grateful that I found my passion in life, which is acting and storytelling, and I've known that since a very young age, and so I'm grateful that I don't have to like look at university or look at all this thing, like all these things in life and be like, what am I going to do with my life? Like I've never had that. I've never experienced that. I don't know what that's like, because I've always known. I'm grateful for my mom, that she worked so hard. I'm grateful, I'm glad that she wanted to raise me and my sister in Canada, and that she actually came here and decided to endure all of that foreignness of being in a new place and not having any family members, no one to look after you. You're just on your own, and actually wanting to live here permanently. Like that's very rash, I guess. Maybe I get my impulsiveness from her, but yeah, and that she gave birth to us here and wanted us to have a good life here in Canada, where there's awesome air. Like just the oxygen from the trees is so awesome. I'm thankful for the internet. It's pretty educational and helpful to have access to the internet, and it actually does provide so much for us. I mean, it's it'd be life-changing if I didn't have the internet. I'm thankful that I got into university, and that even though I'm like so bankrupt from student loans, that I am able to get an education. I'm so grateful for that. Education is so important. It's so important to learn critical thinking and to be like critically aware and socially aware and all of those things in our world. I'm grateful for my sense of style. I think I have pretty good sense of style, kind of. Yeah, grateful for that. Grateful for fashion. I'm grateful for my cat. I've never thought I could actually have a cat. I'm grateful to live where I live. It's very beautiful where I live, and it's good to surround yourself with that and be able to have actually an environment that feels healthy, that feels supportive and home-ish. I mean, this is my home, so yeah, I'm grateful that I have a family that, with my mom and my sister, that is positive, most of the time. We do get our arguments a lot, and there is negativity sometimes, but what else? Oh yeah, I'm grateful for the industry that is available in Vancouver, because if I didn't live so close to Vancouver, where there's so many films and just a big fake industry. I say it's fake because it's not actually a Canadian homegrown industry. It's just an American like implanted industry. Um, but it's there. I mean, it's good, and I'm grateful for the 20 years of life that I've lived now. It's a sad thing that a lot of people don't get to this age, that they either commit suicide or get into a car crash or something like that before they even get to graduate high school. So I'm thankful that I'm alive. I mean, I'm a very cautious person. Like, I really don't want to die, so good job on me. I kept myself alive. Yay, good job patting myself on the head. Okay, I think that's it for today. I mean, for this video. Yep. Not enough, right? Okay, good. Oh wait, I forgot. Something else that I'm really grateful for is that I've lived in this complex that has a swimming pool. I mean, I've always had access to a pool and a hot tub, even though I don't have a house or a backyard, which I've always wanted a backyard. But, it's pretty great that we have this clubhouse. Good designing plans. Polygon? Is that the company? Anyway, companies that make apartment complexes. Thanks. Oh gosh, I just realized that I probably looked into the view of myself more than the lens this time around. Whoops, I know that's super annoying. I'm annoyed by myself. That's a pet peeve. You know what else is a pet peeve? When I'm not in focus.